Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about healing your gut health and your digestion. It's Sarah again. Alright, so in this video we're going to address poor gut health, poor digestion caused by long-term use of steroids, and that includes having Cushing's disease for long-term too. I am also going to talk about all the things that I've tried that has helped me rebalance my gut and my stomach and relieve me of all these symptoms. So I had symptoms of bloating, weight gain, acid reflux, constipation, low energy, skin issues, UTI, yeast infections, and so many other things that are tied to my gut health. All of these tips are not in order from like the most important. They're all equally important and synergistic if you combine them all together. So I do recommend that you do all of these if you want to try to heal your gut the way I did. Number one thing that I would recommend is to cut out sugar and carbs as much as you can. Obviously, sugar's in everything and there's a lot of carbs and things too, so I just recommend reducing it. I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes during my stint with Cushing's disease, and yeah, I had to give up carbs and sugar. My doctor told me like I had to reduce it if I wanted to feel better. The thing that greatly helped was getting off of alcohol. Alcohol is another form of sugar anyway. It just spikes your blood sugar. It's just dehydrating. It's bad for your gut. It kills off a lot of good bacteria in your gut. So reducing alcohol has really helped me. Also, alcohol is just bad because it gives you hangovers, and once you're past like 25, you just really can't hang anymore, and you know, it just makes you sluggish. It takes like a whole day to recover, so it's just not worth it in my opinion. And my next tip is to avoid gluten. I have been gluten-free and wheat-free for maybe 4 years now, and I have never looked back. My sister actually is really sensitive, and she has celiac, and so for me, I know that like if I continued eating gluten, that it would just continue to get worse and eventually get to that point. So getting rid of gluten has really helped with my bloating, and I no longer feel constipated because of that, and that's like a really crucial one for me. Another really important tip that I can recommend and that has helped me greatly is intermittent fasting. If you haven't heard about that, it's just cutting down on your intake, maybe missing like one meal out of the day. So instead of eating 3 meals, eating 2. For me, I've gotten down to the point where I only eat 1 meal a day most of the time. I'm just used to that because working as an esthetician and a cosmetologist, I just work back to back with clients all the time, and I just forget to eat, and I don't get hungry because I'm busy working. And I'm not saying starve yourself, because I don't really diet too much. Like, I mean, obviously I have off-limit things like gluten, wheat products, and I try to reduce sugar, but for me, it has helped me to be able to process everything. If you really think about it, if you're eating 3 meals a day and you've been doing it for your whole life, you never really give yourself time to take a break and let your digestive system heal, process everything, and be able to just like clean itself out. And so fasting, it really helps to give you that time for your body to just kind of like clean up, process everything, and it's kind of like a reset. And although I'm not a doctor, this is just what helped me, and it's helped other people. Like, I'm on Reddit and I'm reading, you know, reviews on people intermittent fasting, and everyone seems to have like a really great result from it, not only for digestive health but for weight loss and mental clarity. Really helped my pre-diabetes, and I'm happy to say that I really don't have any like diabetic symptoms anymore, unless I like have this like crazy carb binge, which is not as often as it used to be, but you know, every once in a while I do treat myself, and I pay for it, but you know, that's life. And the next one is pretty obvious, and you probably guessed it, is taking probiotics. I take all kinds of brands, but some are created better than others. The probiotic from Costco, I actually just ran out a few days ago, and I'm taking it in a different form right now, but the one from Costco is really good. I can try to link the brand down below. Maybe they sell at other places too, but I find that one helps a lot. My investigative cat, Gigi. This is Gigi, and he's nosy, and he's the king of the castle, and he runs the house. So another thing that has greatly contributed to my digestive health is green powder supplements. They're literally just like a lot of vegetables grinded up, dried, and I mix it in my water every morning, and it has probiotics in it too. It has like 0 sugars, I believe, and overall it's kept things running smoothly, helped with my constipation, helped with alkalizing my body, and helping to, my body to be less acidic, so that way I don't get UTIs, I don't get yeast infections. Perfect Food. This is the brand. They have different kinds. I just bought the alkalizing and detoxing one because lately I feel a little bit more acidic than usual, and it's probably down to my diet. I've been traveling a lot, so I just haven't been like eating the best. I tried to do my best, but this has really helped. It has so many good things in it. It has all these vitamins. I don't even take my multivitamin anymore, like the pill, because this has all the great like natural vitamins in it. And it has fruits in it too, and it has like sprouts and chia, like so many good things, and it has probiotics. So I really do highly recommend this brand. It's my favorite. If I run out of this one, it's kind of expensive. I will get Amazing Grass Greens Blend. This one's good too. It's like cheaper. It's like maybe $15–20 cheaper, but overall I feel like it helps too with keeping things running smoothly, and for me to be like less constipated, and for me to feel more alkalized and healthy and energetic. And it has vitamins in it too, but it just has less. And I definitely can feel the difference with this one, this Amazing Grass brand versus this Garden of Life one. By the way, I'm not sponsored by these two brands. Okay, so if you're taking probiotics, then it's important for you to take a prebiotic or have one that comes with both. For me, this one is gifted to me by GoGo. It's a prebiotic fiber gummy. I find that it does help too, but I don't really take it a lot because it's just, there is a little bit of sugar in it, and it's a little chewy and it gets stuck in my teeth, so I don't love it. But like maybe if I'm craving sugar after a meal, then I might take this prebiotic gummy, because overall it does help, and it's only 2 grams of sugar for 2 gummies, so it's not a lot. And so I feel like it gives me enough sweetness for it to be like dessert. So yeah. Now if you're new to like taking care of your digestion and your gut health, and you're still getting like acid reflux, heartburn, all that stuff, another thing that I do take is this, it's called Enzymedica. It's all natural, it's organic, and it's like for acid reducing, and it's a chewable. It has just like natural stuff in it that helps your stomach feel more like soothed from eating anything acidic, and this really helps. It instantly helps with cutting down the acid, so highly recommend. It's better than taking Pepto-Bismol or Tums or whatever. Okay, another tip I recommend is to eat more alkaline and eat less acidic. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? Like if we're eating a lot of red meat, if we're eating a lot of cheese, dairy, it's going to be acidic for you, and it's going to not help with your contributing to your gut health and your digestion. And most fruits seem to be safe now that I've been able to control my pre-diabetes. I'm able to introduce fruit again. Back then it was so bad that like if I had like an apple or like an orange or anything, just a piece of fruit, I would get a UTI and a yeast infection like immediately. And it's gotten so bad to where I like continuously took so much antibiotics. And if you're like me, if you've taken a lot of antibiotics, then you've definitely damaged your like stomach lining and your barrier and your gut health. So doing all of these tips will help to rebalance and to get you to a better place where you don't have to take antibiotics anymore. My last piece of advice is very important, and I just discovered this maybe this year, but it has nothing to do with anything physical, but more so mental, and it is to let go of unhealed trauma. If you have trauma in your life that you're holding on to, whether it was something you've gone through, like for me, it was Cushing's disease, having that victim mentality, people in my life who have hurt me or treated me badly, done me wrong, all of that, growing up, you know, in like a household that wasn't safe, all of that can contribute to your digestive health. It's all tied down. You know, they say that depression and anxiety is linked to your gut health, and I truly believe that. And I truly believe that holding on to things that didn't serve me anymore, that like harmed me in the past, truly contributed to my health. I have been through a lot, not to say that my life was harder than anybody else's, but I have been through a lot growing up, and the experience I had shaped me and molded me to who I am now, and I'm very grateful for it. But growing up, I held on to a lot of trauma, and you know, it manifested in me basically attracting more trauma in my life because I held on to it. And so this year I really focused on releasing all of the things that no longer serve me, and letting go of all those things, forgiving people. But you know, it's okay to like forgive people and still like create distance between them, because they just don't understand that they were a result of like a trauma cycle. And so, you know, I have been able to work past that by communicating with everyone in my life, those who have been good to me, those who have hurt me. But I realize that like people who don't serve you for your greater good and they continue to kind of inflict pain on you and trauma, it's best if you let them go for now. You know, love them from a distance, because ultimately they weren't helping me with my health, my mental health, and my physical health. Because if your mental health isn't good, it's going to manifest into symptoms that aren't, you know, healthy. Release these things, and also just talking to other people who are safe, and just having like a safe outlet to like release these things and not hold them in any longer. I realized that I've been constipated since I was a child, okay? And I truly believe it was just because of my traumas that I went through, that I held on to and I attached myself to. Ever since I've released it this year, everything is going so smooth. I no longer have this issue. All the other things I've listed, yes, it does contribute. Your diet, the supplements you take, the things you put in your body, but letting go literally and figuratively. So release that shit. All the things that hold you back, all of the things that makes your heart heavy, that weighs you down, release it. What's the point of keeping it? What's the point of reliving it in your head? Nothing. You're here now. You have all these great things now. You've come so far. So focus on the good things that you have in your life. And I promise you, you're going to feel like your body's operating so much better. One thing I also want to mention is that, you know, hey! These darn cats. It's really important that you hold yourself up to a higher standard and have accountability for your life. You can wake up and choose to be a victim, and unfortunately I did for a very long time. And you know, I was always like, why did I get sick? Why did I have Cushing's disease? And I chose to eat unhealthy, and I chose to drink alcohol and abuse my body, and I didn't appreciate it for what it was doing for me. You know, it was healing me from Cushing's disease. So hold yourself up to a higher standard if you want a better lifestyle. If you want a healthier lifestyle, you want to be happy, you want to feel lighter on the inside, you want to find your true passion in life, make that choice. And so today, like always, I'm going to end with a quote that I really like. And today it is from a monk named Cory Muscara. It says, "Sometimes the greatest progress you can make towards experiencing joy comes from first making space to experience your pain." I like this quote because it reminds me of all the pain that I have been through. I used to not want to experience my pain. I would do everything else to distract myself from that, whether it be eating unhealthy, drinking, victimizing myself, and putting myself around people that weren't good for me because that's all I knew. And I decided to make that choice to be accountable and to stop and to take time to really feel what I felt, to really process what I went through with Cushing's disease, to really process all of my trauma and to experience my pain, but then to let it go. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. And yeah, I really appreciate the support so far. Me putting out my last few videos, I really appreciate the comments and kind words, and it keeps me going so I can keep you guys going. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.